Hey, what is up everyone? It is Jake Pimentel here from PimeTechnology, and if you watched my last video, I had 5 reasons why T-Mobile was better than Verizon, and for you Verizon fans, I now have 5 reasons why Verizon is better than T-Mobile, so this will be an interesting video. If you didn't watch the last video, go ahead and watch that after this video, or if you want to watch it before. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this video. Verizon Wireless is the largest wireless carrier here in the United States. They are number 1, AT&T is number 2, T-Mobile is number 3, and Sprint has moved down to the number 4 spot. Verizon pledges that their network is the largest network, meaning they have the most coverage, and they also say that their network is the fastest network. So in my opinion, reason number 1 why Verizon is better than T-Mobile is coverage. Now, let me be a little bit more specific here. Rural and suburban coverage. Verizon has the largest LTE network here in the United States and has the largest coverage footprint of any carrier. This means that their rural and suburban coverage is miles better of T-Mobile. It's better than AT&T, but it is literally miles better than T-Mobile. T-Mobile's rural and suburban coverage is, to nicely put it, absolutely terrible. Their rural coverage is such a joke. I really do hope that T-Mobile expands their rural coverage, as this will give them more competition in the market, but Verizon's network is way superior in the suburban or rural areas. You'll see a lot of LTE on Verizon in the rural areas, and T-Mobile, you'll probably see no service or very limited connection. So to put this to the test at my house, I live in a rural area, which just so happens to fit this video very well. So I went ahead and ran a speed test on both Verizon and T-Mobile. I made sure to turn my Wi-Fi off. I know some of you were mad because I had my Wi-Fi on, but you'll see why I had my Wi-Fi on in a few seconds here. So I went ahead and did a speed test on Verizon, and I got some excellent speeds from Verizon. As you can see, I got about 50 down, which is extremely fast, and I got a little bit over for upload. So 54 download and 4 upload is extremely fast. Mind you, I am in a rural area. Now I went ahead over to my T-Mobile phone and went right into the speed test app and hit begin tests, but I couldn't hit begin tests. It just says network communication issues. This is because I have absolutely no service at my house. I do not get any connection at all. I mean, I do have dependable Wi-Fi, but this is a huge downside. For example, if my Wi-Fi went out, I would be left without phone or anything. I wouldn't be able to text my friends or text my parents or call anybody or use any data. So this is a huge downside. I couldn't even get these speed tests to run. That is very, very sad. Very, very sad. And it is a result of, like I said, their horrible rural coverage. Their rural coverage is not there. It never has been there. So, I mean, if you live in a rural area like myself, this is going to be most likely the experience that you're going to get. I also went ahead and included the 2 other carriers, which is Sprint and AT&T. This is all at the exact location where I just did the previous 2 speed tests. So I'm going to go ahead and open up all these speed tests app. Sprint is the first one, the white Samsung. Then AT&T is the second one, the iPhone 7 Plus. Verizon is the third one, which is the Galaxy S7. And then the fourth one is the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, which is on T-Mobile. So as you can see, for a Sprint, we're getting about 0.7 down, which is completely usable for email and texting or maybe Snapchat. And then we have AT&T, which is getting about 20 download and about 4 upload. And then we have Verizon, which is getting 33 download and 7 upload. And then we have T-Mobile. We are getting no service. I cannot do a speed test. There is no speed to test. So I'm getting 0 megabits per second. So, I mean, that's always a good thing. But as you can see, Sprint, AT&T, and Verizon all actually are usable. I'd like to quickly mention that even though my T-Mobile phone is showing bars at the top in some portions of this video, that is not actually T-Mobile service. That is just showing the AT&T signal in the area. And if I go and slide down, it shows searching or emergency calls only. So I am not getting service with T-Mobile at all. In addition, I also wanted to quickly add that I am able to make phone calls on Verizon. So I know that is important to a lot of you. Phone calls will not go through on T-Mobile. So as you can see here, the Verizon call went perfectly fine through to one of my other phones. And as you can see in a second here, the T-Mobile phone just could not make the phone call. If you really need an emergency phone call to like a family or a friend, I mean, it's just not going to happen. You're just not going to be able to make the call. Honestly, in 2016, that is absolutely sad. You should be able to make at least a phone call wherever you are. I mean, this is kind of stupid, and I can't believe I'm saying this in 2016. Now, after that long talk of reason 1, which is very important, reason number 2 is reliability. Simply the reliability that you are able to connect wherever you go. It doesn't matter where you travel, your phone will always work. And Verizon has you the best covered for that. Verizon has the largest network here in the United States, like I said earlier. And as you can see by these maps, which are the current coverage maps for both T-Mobile and Verizon, Verizon has a lot of extra coverage. I have to admit, T-Mobile has expanded a ton in the recent 2 years. So, I mean, their network is really coming up, but it's just not there yet at all. It's not even close. Their coverage maps are a little bullcrapped a little bit too at T-Mobile, so I don't believe I don't believe how big their coverage map is right now. But here's the difference. Verizon is just way more reliable. If you want to just simply pick up your phone and make a phone call, Verizon is definitely the carrier for you. Reliability is there. If you want to pick up your phone, do whatever you need to do wherever you are in the United States, no matter what state, no matter what city you're at, Verizon has you the best covered for sure. The third reason why Verizon is better than T-Mobile is the new Verizon Unlimited plan. So now you are able to get a state-of-the-art unlimited plan on the largest 4G LTE network. That in itself goes hand in hand, like I said before, with that coverage. That is a huge reason why Verizon is better than T-Mobile, at least in the rural and suburban areas. But yeah, you are now able to get a really good unlimited plan, just like the T-Mobile one. Actually, T-Mobile actually had to copy Verizon. So T-Mobile copied Verizon with their unlimited plan, but Verizon was the original, and you can get unlimited data on the largest network. So that in itself is a huge reason to choose Verizon over T-Mobile. Verizon's unlimited plan includes unlimited data, unlimited talk and text, HD video streaming, mobile hotspot, 10 gigabytes, and then 3G speeds. It also includes Mexico and Canada service up to 500 megabytes. Reason number 4 that Verizon is better than T-Mobile is the availability of plans. Verizon still allows customers to choose their 2, 4, or 8 gigabyte plans, which means that you will be getting less data. Some people do not need the unlimited plan, just like my grandparents or my parents. They don't use a lot of data, so there's no need. If you're that type of person, Verizon is certainly the better option, as it will be cheaper, and you won't need to just pay that high price for unlimited. But for those of you who like unlimited, like myself, you can get the unlimited plan on Verizon. Number 5, why Verizon is better than T-Mobile is their app. The My Verizon app is way better than the T-Mobile app in my opinion. I've used all 4 carriers' apps. I would put Verizon's in number 1 place. I'd put AT&T's in number 2 place. I'd put Sprint's in number 3 place. And I'd put T-Mobile's in number 4. I don't know. It's just not very well, I would say, put together. It can be sluggish. It can freeze. It can crash. And sometimes it just sends me to the web page. I don't know why. It just kept loading in this screenshot over here, as you will see. But I don't know. I just am not a fan of the app.
the in-app basically design is not good when you go to check your data usage. It basically just takes you to the mobile version of the website inside of the app. So I'm not really a huge fan. I really think they should just integrate the T-Mobile Digits app and the normal T-Mobile app together. I don't know. Personally, I am a huge fan of Verizon's My Verizon app. To end it off, I don't hate T-Mobile. T-Mobile is definitely a good option for a lot of the consumers on the market. If you're a city person and you don't really travel too far out, at least not that much, then T-Mobile is probably a good option for you. Like I said in my last video, their city coverage is unbeatable. And their price is $70. That is awesome. But if you're like me and you do travel outside of the city limits, you live outside of the city limits, or you just want a really reliable network, Verizon is the way to go. As you can see, Verizon has way more coverage in the rural and suburban areas, and their speeds are also way faster in those areas too. So if you want reliability like myself, then Verizon is the way to go.
Alright, so that is going to be about it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like up down below. Also, comment down below if you like Verizon better or if you like T-Mobile better. I want to know. And also, definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications icon so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. And yeah, definitely share this video with your friends if your friends are looking for a new carrier. Maybe they're looking in between Verizon or T-Mobile. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Smile because you and technology are amazing. And peace. Out.